Hi, I'm Steve. Welcome to this core workout. Let's get started on our backs. If you have a block nearby, bring it next to your mat. We may need that later, otherwise something that has a similar weight to the block. So extend your legs out wide and reach your arms alongside your body. Take a moment to connect to the ground before we engage our muscles, completely let go. Have a solid starting point. Our breath will drive a lot of this movement, so connect to that now. Especially paying attention to the rise and fall of your belly. See if you can bring in a little core engagement as you exhale and draw your navel into your spine. Soften the skin on your face, soften your jawbone. And then place your palms down on the ground, press down, and really draw your lower back as close to the mat as you can. Squeeze your inner thighs together and let your heels hover up off the mat just maybe 3 or 4 centimeters, 2 or 3 inches. Extend your arms forward and then lift your shoulder blades up off the mat. Really active in your legs, squeezing together and your navel is drawing in. Extend your arms forward and reaching the crown of your head back. Take an inhale. Exhale, hold. Inhale. Exhale, lower. One more time. Place your palms down. Give a good press. Find that connection, lower back and mat. And then lift your heels up. Squeeze your inner thighs. Lift your shoulder blades off the mat, and then this time maybe extending your arms towards the back of the room. Stay with a steady breath. Full breathing. Take an inhale. Exhale up to a boat pose. Pause for a moment. Find length from the base of your spine all the way up through to the crown of your head. Shoulders rolling up, back, and down. Maybe your palms can face upward. Take an inhale here. Exhale, hold. Let's move a little between boat and low boat. Inhaling. Exhale, pause. Inhale, lower. Low boat. Exhale, lift. Inhale, pause. Exhale, lower. Inhale, pause. Exhale, lift. Keep moving with your breath. Really, definitely bringing warmth into our core here. And lower all the way down onto your back. Bend your knees and place your right ankle on your left thigh. Bring your hands behind your head, interlace your fingers, and keep your elbows beyond your peripheral vision so that you can't see them. Find that solid figure 4 and then lift your chest up towards the ceiling. Rather than curling, the center of your chest goes up. And now extend your left shoulder towards your right knee. Still not seeing that left elbow. Come back to center, lower all the way down. Exhale, lift, twist, center, inhale down. Exhale, lift, twist, center, down. Keep moving. We're going to do about 15 of these with your breath. You might like to make a kind of shh sound as you come up, using your core to find that lift rather than other parts of your body. And let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Change sides, right foot down, left ankle on your right thigh. Taking Taking a moment, set it up nicely, maybe a little flex of that left foot. Change the interlacing of your hands so the other thumb is in front, keeping your elbows back, lift your chest upwards, and then twisting to the left. Center, inhaling down. Exhale, lift, drawing the navel in as you exhale. Coming up, twisting to the left, back to center, down. Exhale, up, twist, center, down, up, twist, center, and down with your breath. And 5, 4, almost there, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center, placing your feet flat on the ground, just a gentle bridge pose, keeping your fingers facing up, elbows on the mat, and coming back down slowly. Place your hands on your knees, and then on exhale, we're going to slide our hands up and over our knees. So inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, lift. With your breath, 20 repetitions. Chest lifts up to the ceiling rather than towards your thighs. Squeeze your navel in. Use your breath. Shh, 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 shh. And 3, 2, 1. Lowering down onto your back. Pause a moment, extend your arms towards the back of the room. Legs extend up towards the ceiling, bringing your hands, palms down on either side of you. On an exhale, we're going to lift our hips up just a little, a few centimeters, the heels going directly up, so we're not curling our legs back. Inhale, exhale, lift your heels. Very subtle movement. Really engaging our lower abdomen, that space below our navel, moving with your breath. See if you can really tune into isolating the engagement. Heels lifting, core squeezing. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause, legs staying up in the air. This time we're going to take our hips from side to side. So our legs from side to side and onto the side of our hips rather. Bring your hands out a little wider. Lift your hips onto the outside of your left hip. Lower your feet. Don't let them touch the ground. Coming up to center and lower. That's 1 repetition. We're going to do 8 of these. So move with your breath. Again, not too much movement in the lifting of the hips. Keep it isolated around your lower core. I've kind of lost count. Imagine it's about let's go for 3, 2, and 1. And back to center. Draw your knees into your chest. Give them a squeeze, a well-deserved squeeze. Ooh. Feet down to the ground. Fingers point up. Open your front line for a moment into that kind of supported bridge. Exhale, lower yourself all the way down. Grab your shins, wrapping your arms around them. A little rocks back and forth. Coming all the way into a plank pose in your own time. Find a nice stable plank, keeping your feet maybe a little wider than your hips. Spread your shoulder blades apart, gripping through the ground, gripping through your finger pads into the ground. Take an inhale, dropping the hips over to the left, strong in both hands, coming up all the way through center, nice big arc, dipping the hips down to the right. Move with your breath, from side to side. The exhales bring you up. Inhales take you down. Big range of motion here, really using your core to drive that movement. And let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Stay in your plank, moving down to a forearm plank. Bring your big toes together, heels just a little bit apart. On the inhale, lower your hips just to above the mat, and then exhale, draw them up into space towards a dolphin. So we're going to repeat this, lowering down, hovering off the mat, lifting them up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Drawing your navel as you lift. Engage your core. Use your breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your knees, walk your hands back towards your shins. Sit up tall, interlace your hands behind your back. Open your chest, take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale. Place your hands on either side of your shins, maybe just a little kind of halfway up, I would say. And then we're going to press into our hands into a Lolasana lift. Options here, pressing into the ground. Round your back, spread your shoulder blades, so almost like a cat pose. You can lift your knees up off the ground. Maybe you can press into your hands and lift everything up off the ground. I definitely can't do that and talk at the same time. So 10 repetitions, take an inhale, exhale, lift. Move with your breath. Completely release when you come down to the bottom, and then start again as you lift up. So disengage and lift. Draw your navel in, almost think what you would do for a crow pose. That lift of your hips. And release. Give your arms a nice shake from side to side. Whew. Wrists a little shake. We're going to come back into a forearm plank, but this time we're going to move into a side plank. So come onto the outside of your right foot. You might like to keep your right hand where it is, or bring it to face the left side of the room for extra support. Left hand is on your hip, no back bend here, nice engaged core. Lift your hips as high as they'll go, and then exhale a little bit higher. Inhale, lower, there we go. Exhale, lift. So when you lower, they don't touch the ground, they just hover. Exhale, up, really strengthening our obliques. With your breath, finding that height, nice big range of motion, as big as possible. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Changing sides, over to the left. Take an inhale. I'm not sure my core will ever recover from this. Lifting hips high. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Drawing the navel. Inhale, lifting. 10 times with your breath. Two, 1, into your forearm plank, lower your hips down to the mat. Sphinx pose. Roll your shoulders back and down and then lift your chest. Try and draw it between your hands towards the front of the room. Maybe straighten your arms if that feels good. Just don't collapse down into your shoulders. Breathe. Coming down onto your forearms, back into a forearm plank, downward dog. Bring your knees down to the ground, take a seat, extend your legs out in front of you and then place your right foot on the outside of your left thigh. You can keep the left leg straight or bend it for depth. Lift your hips up and shift them a little over to the left. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, twist to the right, wrapping your right arm around your left arm around your right thigh or knee, maybe hooking it. Finding length in your spine as you open your right shoulder away from the right side of the room. Keep drawing that left hip back, right hip forward there. Use your breath. Coming all the way through center, just a gentle counter twist. And release. Let's change sides. Right leg extends straight, left foot on the outside of your right thigh. Maybe bending that knee, just repeat the variation that you took. On the other side, and hips shift over just a little to the right. Inhale, length, arms extend upwards. Exhale, twisting to the left. Finding either the grip with your elbow or the hook with your elbow. Observe where the twist begins and ends. Hips, shoulders, crown. Even twist. Coming back to center. Bend both legs. Hands behind you, fingers face forward. Coming up to a reverse tabletop. Take a deep inhale, lift your hips as high as they'll go. Pause for the exhale, find a bit more height. 2 more breaths here. Maybe for the last one, you breathe into your nose and stick out your tongue, open your mouth. Letting it all out. Lower yourself down onto your hips. Take a comfortable cross-legged position. You're welcome to take a Shavasana here. Otherwise, come to a seat. Place your hands, palms down on your knees. And for 5 breaths of stillness, see if you can slow your heart rate down through your breath. Bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale. Namaste. Thanks for joining. See you soon.